All right, thanks so much for staying with us here on Sunrise. So, this is now for the... Are you a TikToker?
I do TikTok, but this one missed me.
But you TikTok. This one missed me too. So, TikTok series titled Who Did I Marry by Reesa Teesa has gone viral, right? So this details her messy marriage to her ex-husband nicknamed Legion. Stay with me, stay with me. The story, comprising 50 parts, delves into Teesa's experiences of ignoring red flags, enduring controlling behavior, and uncovering lies. Now, despite TikTok's reputation for short attention spans, Teesa's 5-hour narrative captivates millions of viewers, making it longer than many YouTube videos or movie extended editions. So let's see if we can summarize. All right.
Reesa Teesa from Georgia has gone viral after she outed her ex-husband as a pathological liar and master manipulator in a 50-part TikTok series.
This man was so unprovoked. He could have just left her alone. He could have not done any of these things. It's actually mind-blowing. I watched all 52 parts. That is how engaging she is.
This thing has gone so viral that she's literally on ABC News, TechCrunch, New York Times, she's everywhere.
Reesa says he gave false promises of hidden wealth, offering to buy her lavish gifts, including paying for her rent and bills, but would fake phone calls with financial advisors.
Fake phone calls every morning for 45 minutes at a time. Hey, how you doing?
That man was talking to nobody. No one was on the other end of that phone. Like nobody.
He has a twin, and that's basically who he's been pretending to be with the VP title, the luxury car, the family house, and she's like spiraling. She ends up calling the brother, they talk, he basically said, I haven't spoken to him in 5 years, and she's like, what? Every single morning we woke up and he was on the phone with you, and we would like be talking to you, and basically it turns out he was talking to himself.
She was asked to provide her spouse's social security number for a new job, only to discover he had lied about where he lived, where he went to school, and said she was forced to run a background check on him.
You can imagine living a whole entire lie like that?
Well,
a whole lie?
That's a big lie. That's a really lie. I didn't know about it until Friday in my office. Some members of my staff brought it to my attention, and they went through, and then like each video is like millions
of views,
millions of 11.4, 8.6, and I'm like,
because
what is going on?
Because everyone is so captivated, because no one can imagine going through that an entire, like you literally have no idea who you're married to.
Yeah.
But then my other question is it real? Or is girl just like the next Shonda Rhimes?
Yeah.
Because did she make this up, or is this real? Because it is almost too hard to believe.
I don't know. I tend to believe very little of what I see
on social
media because it's all curated. But I was just like, is this serious? Like, I mean, and then the thing is that because people are using it to get content for themselves, it becomes, the virality continues.
Correct.
But I don't want to say desperate, so I'm not going to say desperate. I'm going to totally avoid saying desperate because I don't want to be accused of victim blaming. But people need to not be so quick to, be under pressure to find a man and find a husband and this and that. And I find especially in the Black church community in America,
I was going to say,
they put some pressure on you.
We don't even need to go to America for it, because let's just say in general, from the female perspective, there's a lot of pressure of when you're going to find a husband, and then the minute you find a husband, so when you're going to have a child,
and then you have another one.
So when you're going to give the child a sibling.
All the time.
All the time. So there is, whether it is in the forefront of the brain or subliminal, there is a subconscious fear as though time is running out and you're not hitting rites of passage in a timely way.
Yes.
And so sometimes your judgment becomes clouded because you're just like, I'm running out of time. My clock is ticking, because we actually have a clock.
Yes.
Men don't have a clock, but
That's
we have
true.
a
You can sow your oats way
clock.
into your years. Yeah.
Right. So sometimes the judgment does become clouded and you make really poor decisions.
And the red flags, you
ignore.
You ignore the yellow flags. You ignore the yellow flags, and then you ignore the red flags.
Yeah.
But it makes for I haven't watched any of it. I just based off of the people who have been talking to me and telling me since Friday about this gripping series. But what it does say is that on social media there actually might be an appetite for longer form content on TikTok.
Which is mind-blowing because I honestly thought, to be honest, this generation barely reads a book because the attention spans are so short from short videos and the swiping. The swiping.
Tap, go. Tap,
you
tap,
move
go.
on. Yeah.
Tap, tap, go.
So if you notice, even the idea of the stories, Instagram stories were at one point only 15 seconds long because based on research, they found that you lost their attention after 15 seconds.
Yes.
Hence the idea of just 15-second videos.
But haven't you noticed TikTok telling you to do longer content now?
People are tuning in. People are tuning in.
Or do you think that this is a TikTok creation to get people to do longer content, to show people,
earn more money?
To show people that you can be successful doing longer content on TikTok?
Most likely, because you never see smoke without fire. Most likely.
All right, that's all the time we have for today, Sunrisers. If you missed anything or just want to rewatch your favorite stuff in between, you've got you covered. CVMTV.com for all the fun stuff in between. Michaela has you covered. She does lots of great content at Sunrise CVM and at CVM_television on IG. Yeah.
Yes. Also, shout out to Mothers, our official catering partner.
Man, I ripped up that rundown yesterday. I ripped into it.
That's not fair.
Yeah?
I wasn't here yesterday. You know some love rundown. He's a wicked man. Also, remember to subscribe now to our new YouTube channels, CVM Sunrise and CVM News. You have to actually subscribe to those so we can stream to you.
And we're stuck in the 700s, so I need us to go into the thousands now, yeah?
Yes, for sure. Also, that is where you can stay updated on everything that's happening here with your CVM family.
All right, so help us to get there. That's all the time we have. It's been a great show. Thank you very much. Glad to have you back. Yeah.
It's good to be back with you.
All right, the Roundtable Squad takes over when Sunrise returns.
In a must